far as we know, wars always take place. From the Mesopotamian wars, Greeks and Trojans, invasions from the Romans, Napoleonic Latin American rebellions, to the two world wars that almost ended our existence. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies. I'm honored to be here today. I stand before you not as an expert, but as a concerned individual who wants to persuade that wars represent a challenge for society's permanent peace. On one hand, we should take wars for providing the idea of establishing effective laws, institutions, and organizations that promote safety, also the knowledge of learning how to rule nations with agreements or treaties. However, they are known for making use of force. Therefore, atrocities are greater. Initially, they're noted for destroying populations, homes, environmental places, especially every nuclear and explosive resource used increases the global issue of climate change. Then, factories, industries, or any other business that supports the military bankrupt. After that, governments generate distrust and unforgotten or unforgivable emotions, and their communication is no longer efficient. So with all of these consequences mentioned, we can consider wars as a product of human beings ambition to take power from a territory through immorality. Remember how the U.S. became into what it is now? Beginning as a native land populated with Indian tribes until European colonizers arrived. Later, they were all almost exterminated. They had to give up their territories and they were subjected to cultural genocide. Additionally, another cruel symbol of ambition is definitely Adolf Hitler. His inhumane ideas led to the Second World War that ruined the Germans' reputation. 87,000 women raped, 53,000 children starved to death. The streets of Berlin were full of corpses because there was nowhere else to place them. Who will go out for a walk, passing around the bodies of your aunt and uncle while maggots are eating the rotten flesh? Continuously, wars evolve children as a strategy to keep a group ahead of a strife. For some reason, they're used as the omegas in the herd who follow orders without hesitation. Ex-South Sudan boy soldier John is a witness of this disgrace. According to the UN, his childhood was molded by hell. His parents and friends were slaughtered. His soul was converted into a killing weapon, and his mind was transformed into a savage instinct. Sadly, the most distressful parts for children are the physical and psychological violence in which they are immersed, and the feeling of confusion where they don't know what is right or wrong. Above all, there's no worse effect than PTSD, also known as the post-traumatic stress disorder. For veterans, it's the enemy that alters their behavior, so as a result, they're still in war with a fruitless unknown force, their mind. Unfortunately, they end up committing insane actions, and it's hard to know what they are capable of. But 6 years ago, the most unbelievable event shocked the entire world. Chris Kyle, best American sniper that history ever had, killed in cold blood by U.S. All-Marine Eddie Ray Rauch. Ray's family exposed that after serving in Iraq, he became paranoid and schizophrenic. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, wars don't only affect human lives externally. Conclusively, I ask you, what future do we want for the next generations? A future immersed in chaos, disorder, anarchy, or a future of progress, prosperity, welfare? 55 years ago, President John F. Kennedy answered the second option when he said, world peace, like peace in community, doesn't require every man to love his neighbor. judgment. So what are we waiting for? We should follow Kennedy's example. We should finish what he started. We should begin a new chapter. We are the only best hope. Thank you very much.